Hello, my name is John Bannon. I'm an attorney and philosopher. In today's video, I'm going to explain how superdeterminism destroys occasionalism. Now, when I speak of superdeterminism, I'm referring to a specific, unique version of superdeterminism uh, proven by Swedish theoretical physicist Dr. Johan Hansen. You can find his proof in the peer-reviewed physics journal, Physics Essays, volume 33, number 2, June of 2020, pages 216 to 218. It is entitled Bell's Theorem and its Tests, Proof that Nature is Superdeterministic, Not Random. So Hansonian superdeterminism is not classic superdeterminism. Classic superdeterminism was first posited by Dr. John Bell in 1985, and it involves hidden causal variables. However, Hansonian superdeterminism disproves causation, so it can't rely on hidden causal variables. Instead, it relies on Dr. Hansen's proof that cause and effect in physics isn't real. So Dr. Hansen says we live in three dimensions of space and one hidden dimension of time in a four-dimensional static block universe. And cause and effect isn't real, probabilistic causation isn't real, physical causation isn't real. All that is real in the static block universe is particles, and they're set in a place like pebbles in concrete. They can't move, they can't change without cause and effect in physics. They're permanent. And through this static dimension of time, the particles in their static positions create patterns, and those patterns we describe as our logical mathematical laws of physics. So, under Hansonian superdeterminism, all the events in the universe from the past, present, and future are all equally real. They all presently exist. They're all permanent, and you can't change anything. So your experience from 5 minutes ago is still in the block universe, and you're still experiencing it. And your experience 5 minutes in the future is in the block universe, and you are experiencing something 5 minutes from now in the future. The reason you don't presently experience it is because your present location in the static dimension of time determines your present experience. And because you are not located in the position where you were 5 minutes ago in the static dimension of time, you do not presently experience 5 minutes ago. Same thing with the future, because you are not presently in the same position you will be 5 minutes from now in the static dimension of time, you do not presently experience your future 5 minutes from now. Okay, so um, occasionalism was famously posited by the philosopher Malebranche. And occasionalism says that God is the sole efficient cause of every event, using the appearance of a cause merely as an occasion to recreate the universe in a new state. So occasionalism necessitates a continuous, universal blink of creation, annihilation, and recreation in a continuous series of causes and events. So under occasionalism, instead of a cause pushing an effect into existence, what you have is you have things we call causes, things we call effects. They're next to each other, but the cause doesn't actually uh, make the effect come into existence. Rather, God uses this cause as the occasion to create the effect into existence. So there's no um, causal push involved at all. It's just this continuous act by God of creation, annihilation of the cause and recreation of the whole universe with the effect. And that's just a continuous series of events which can give the appearance of cause and effect in physics without actual physical causation. So superdeterminism says there is no cause and effect in physics. However, that doesn't immediately dismiss the idea of occasionalism. However, that's what this video is about. I'm going to explain to you why superdeterminism destroys occasionalism as well. So, under superdeterminism, a particle cannot blink in and out of existence. And the reason is that particles are timeless physical realities. And the reason is because moving time is not a real thing without cause and effect in physics. Nothing can cause a particle to move in time without cause and effect in physics. So all these particles in the static dimension of time, they can't move. They're set in stone, in place. You can't move them. There's nothing that can cause something to move these particles without cause and effect in physics. So the particles do not move. Well, because particles aren't subject to moving time, then they must be timeless. They have to be. But a timeless particle cannot be created and then annihilated. And the reason is because there would be two non simultaneous events, the event of creation and the event of annihilation. And that non simultaneous sequence of events creates a duration of moving time, which would subject a timeless particle to moving time, which is logically impossible for a timeless particle. So occasionalism is logically impossible under superdeterminism, or at least Hansonian superdeterminism. Now, if that weren't enough, occasionalism also violates Einstein's special relativity, because occasionalism requires that particles blink in and out of existence continuously in order for us to get the appearance of cause and effect in physics. However, that presents a violation of special relativity under the relativity of simultaneity. That would create a preferential frame of reference under the relativity of simultaneity, and it would violate our laws of physics. So occasionalism isn't even permitted under our laws of physics. If the universe blinks into existence according to a specific clock in, let's say, frame A, that event is a clean, synchronized jump for anyone in at rest in frame A. However, for an observer in frame B moving at a different velocity, that same blink cannot happen all at once. And this is due to the relativity of simultaneity. The observers in frame B would see the universe manifest as a propagating wave of existence through moving space, establishing a preferred frame of reference, because observers in frame B could calculate their own absolute speed relative to the source of the blink, which is a violation of special relativity. So, well, however you cut it, occasionalism is destroyed by superdeterminism and Einstein's special relativity. All right, I hope you learned something, and I'll give you a moment to read the board. All right, well, I hope you learned something. Until next time, take care.